In this video, we'll be talking about Spotify Meghan Markle's podcast, how she might be replaced by this individual or by her, and how this whole thing will pan out. Stay tuned. If you are new to this channel and not considered to subscribe, consider it right now. If you don't, I will not invite you to my birthday. The reason for that is because most of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you are one of them not subscribed, again, consider. Spotify officials believe Duke of Sussex Prince Harry could attract more money with his controversial content in Meghan Markle's podcast. We know that Harry is going to be releasing his memoir, which will be highly controversial, and his truth. The audio streaming giant is reportedly looking for ways to get Harry involved in his wife's podcast. Archie and Lilibet father has so far only appeared in the first episode of The Archetypes, where he made a cameo appearance with Serena Williams. Royal expert Neil Sean, citing a very good source, claimed on his YouTube channel, quote, Spotify and the production team would like to see more of their money. Sean said, and when I say money, what I really mean is we want to see Prince Harry. They are looking now for more involvement from Prince Harry as they believe he really is money person, end quote, money person. The International Business Times quoted Neil Sean as saying that Prince Harry, quote, is the one that can get headlines because if he has a thought or says something, perhaps something rather controversial, it will get headlines, and they hope that more people will tune into Spotify. Few things I want to make mention of, guys. Number one, even if Harry comes to this Spotify, this podcast, he is going to fail. Number one reason for that is because he is a prince. He is not somebody who is a podcaster like Meghan. Meghan should know because she was involved in the entertainment industry. She should know how to entertain people, but lo and behold, she failed miserably. So even if they bring in Prince Harry to create some money or to create some buzz or to be more profitable, I don't think that will work. Harry doesn't have any experience whatsoever. We have seen Harry actually talking in a stage, giving a speech, and he stumbled. And I've seen this in the past. You have probably seen it too. He's, in other words, not the best of speakers when it comes to delivering a speech, a very powerful, empowering speech. I mean, Meghan can do the job better than Harry, let's be honest. If Meghan is being removed and being replaced by Harry, Harry will fail eventually, just like Meghan did. As we have said, Spotify, they want money. The main reason why they're doing all of this is because of this. Money, right? So what they will do, and this is my understanding, very subjective, you can disagree with this, which is that they will bring in Kim Kardashian, they will bring in other celebrities from Hollywood in order to get more people tune in to their podcast, because they have noticed that Meghan Markle in the beginning, remember, a lot of people tuned in because they were curious about this new podcast thing. Most of the people were, I'll argue, they did not know Meghan Markle, who she was, and so they tuned in, very curious. So they made a lot of money, Spotify, in the beginning, through Meghan's podcast. Let's be honest, maybe 1 day or 2 days. And then after that, the charm is gone. People are not tuning in anymore, especially now hearing all this complaint, whining about women, how she is being victim in everywhere. People are not interested, willing to listen to her anymore. But one thing Spotify has learned is that they can make a lot of money if they can bring the right person instead of Meghan. And the reason for that is because Spotify, they have actually laid off, or they actually, they fired, or they let go, I should say, maybe the right word, let go a lot of people, a lot of their podcasts, according to them, they run their courses, quote unquote. So now they are cutting them off. Now we are seeing that Spotify is bringing Meghan. Now they're talking about bringing Harry. Obviously, as I said in point number one, they're going to be failing. Both Meghan and Harry, they will fail big time. So what they will do is eventually they will bring Kim Kardashian, other celebrities from Hollywood, from all around the world, in order to make profit. So what will happen is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, when they will be listening and knowing that, well, other people are making Spotify superstar by bringing in something very, very substantial, something very, very relevant and very, very valuable, I'm pretty sure these two couple will fight with each other and be like, yeah, this was you, because of you it did not succeed. And then obviously Harry's gonna freak out for that. But the point here is, the bottom line is that Meghan is going to embarrass herself in the future even more when Spotify will bring in other personalities. There is only one way, however, for Meghan Markle to succeed in the Spotify business, in the becoming, a podcaster and remain as a podcaster, which is that she needs to trash the British monarch one more time. She needs to do that. If she doesn't do that, people are not going to be interested. Remember, the reason people are talking about Meghan is not because of her talent or her personality or how beautiful or how charming or how high class she is. The reason people are tuning in to Meghan and listening to this podcast, some of them, is because they are finding out that Meghan Markle is talking against her own family members, especially the British monarchy. She's throwing them under the bus all the time and giving us information that a lot of people unfortunately find very, very interesting when she is talking negatively about the British monarch. The only way Meghan Markle becomes successful in her own world, in front of her own audience, whether it is making more money or bringing more popularity for herself, is by criticizing, backbiting, slandering the British monarchy. Spotify wants that from Meghan Markle. They are very, very clear on this. According to Neil Sean and many other commentators, they said Meghan Markle must say something negative about the British monarchy if she wants to continue her podcast. Remember, this podcast, she will be making millions of dollars, supposed to be. I don't think they will pay her a single penny, and they should not actually pay her a single penny because it's a complete failure. Nevertheless, this is a very lucrative deal for Meghan Markle. She is not delivering. She needs to do something. I do not know why she is not talking anymore about the British monarchy in a negative way. Perhaps it is because of the titles. She wants to desperately, or maybe some other reason. Maybe Charles called her up and be like, yeah, don't speak against us anymore, or your title will be taken away. One of the other reasons why Meghan Markle will be losing this podcast deal, this lucrative deal, is because she is whining, as I said in my point number 2. She is always complaining. She is portraying herself as the victim. Everywhere she goes, all the life experiences she had, she was victimized. She was a bimbo, she was this, she is difficult, she is, bitch. She is everything but a good person. She never received any compliments. She never actually was empowered by somebody. She never had a good experience about the whole world. The main theme of this whole podcast is whining, complaining, and being the victim. So she thought in the beginning that maybe by doing so, I will be able to relate with some people's life and their experience, and they'll be like, yeah, this is me, Meghan. I felt exactly the same way. But voila, people are saying, no, I never felt that way. So this is a complete disaster for Meghan Markle. The whining will not stop. We are not seeing the end of the tunnel of it. She is going to come, all the time, continuously whine and trash other people in order to make money from Spotify. When Netflix asked Meghan Markle to come on their show and talk about life experience and all that, the main purpose was for Spotify and also should have been to Meghan Markle to uplift people, uplift other people, their morale. These days, things are very difficult and very, very challenging. So people wanted somebody to talk to their problems in a way that would uplift them. They will give them the hope, the confidence, the morale, so that they would be empowered and go out and face all these difficulties and challenges, not talk about the difficulties and being lectured about how she was victimized. This is why Meghan Markle is failing completely. This is why it is a disaster, simply because Meghan Markle failed to deliver the message of empowerment. She went to UK, she talked about, inspiration or young inspiration, something I don't even remember. And the main purpose of that program was also to help people to get, a moral boost, to empower them. She was there for that reason. But when she came to podcast, she changed completely. Obviously, that speech she gave in UK, the young generation speech, did not have that much of influence in anybody. But at least if she had continued on talking positive about life and how things were panning out for other people and for herself, I'm pretty sure some people would still have listened to her. But now people know that no, this is not going to be the case. When I listen to her podcast, I get depressed. Guys, if you're new to the channel, consider to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.